Ever wanted to turn an old office PC into a gaming powerhouse? Well, here's how I turned this dusty Dell Optiplex into a gaming machine. I found this Optiplex locally for €170 with an i7-6700, 16GB of RAM, and a 512GB NVMe SSD. All I would really have to do is throw in a GPU. I haggled the price down to €150, which isn't anything special, but it was good enough. It also came with a bonus 500GB HDD, which is pretty nice. The PC was mostly fine. It did do this weird thing where once plugged in it would turn on and off repeatedly, but that was just a bad CMOS battery. I'm surprised that when buying the PC I didn't notice it actually had a SATA M.2 SSD and not an NVMe SSD, which was pretty annoying because I specifically asked the seller about this. Hoping the seller would actually respond, I sent him a message and to my surprise he responded. He gave me the options to either take €8 or for him to upgrade the SSD for me. I ended up picking the money so I could speed up the building process and make a bit more profit. Next thing was to get the GPU. I was either going to get a GTX 1650 or a 1650 Super. I had a budget of €100 and I secured one on eBay for 98. I got the Zotac model, which is nice and compact, perfect for this situation. I used a SATA to 6-pin to hook it up and honestly, it was going pretty well so far. Now is the part of the process where I would be most likely to fail, the aesthetic mods, which would be the deciding factor on whether I sold the PC or not. I gutted the system, cut a hole in the side panel, vinyl wrapped it white, and hot glued on some acrylic. Unfortunately, this was the only place where I made a mistake in my planning. Because the side panel slides on, it leaves no gap for the 3mm acrylic, so I found the best solution to be to just stick the acrylic on the outside and call it a day. Other than that, on my somewhat sketchy vinyl wrapping, it honestly turned out pretty well. And of course I had to throw in an RGB strip. I opted for a USB powered one, which was cheaper than any SATA to 3-pin solution and comes with a remote control. It's not ARGB, so all the lights are the same color, but it still looks cool. I also applied some fresh Arctic MX4 thermal paste to the CPU and GPU, which brought the temps down a bit. The CPU temps dropped from the high 80s to the low 80s, which isn't too great, but it's okay considering the size of the case and the cooler. In all, I spent about €300 on this build and I hope to sell it for 400 to 500. I listed it on 3 different platforms: Facebook Marketplace, Done Deal, and adverts.ie. I also put some money into Facebook ads, so let's see how that turns out. I'll keep you updated on how it goes. Don't forget to subscribe for more PC flipping videos. Thanks for watching.